We have only a few more minutes as per the scheduled time. We still have more than 190 participants, which means that the panel has to be thanked for keeping them engaged. But I have one question to each of you. Before there is a request for one of the alums to want to speak, say something. So I want each panelist to say or to place a bet with a high probability greater than 0.8 maybe. What is the field you think will be the big breakthrough field in the next 5 years? So I'll start with Anurag. You're muted, Anurag.
5 years is hard to say, but certainly quantum technology is something that we must get seriously involved in over the next maybe 10 years. I think the breakthroughs might not come for a decade. In between, in the immediate 5 years, I'm not very sure. Maybe others can help in that.
Okay. Alok?
Yeah, I will go with Professor Anurag Kumar for longer term on molecular communications or quantum technology in these directions. But more immediate, I would think the robotics is growing. So, in different ways, not necessarily to replace in everywhere, but there are very nice applications where robots play a role. And the human-machine interactions and robotics is the topic that I will throw it today.
Okay, Dr. Lakshmi?
I would like to say that we should go for good interoperability between various things which we are talking about. So instead of having an isolated thing, it should be a global thing where it could be, if we could solve those problems in the future, that would be great.
Okay, Professor Narahari?
I would certainly bet on enabling and empowering the marginal farmers of India with ECE and EECS technologies.
Very good. So I'd like to ask that to a young mind, Anjana. Anjana, what do you think is going to be exciting for you to be associated with in the next 10 years? Let's put it 10 years. Anjana, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I haven't thought about it. And I seriously don't think I am qualified enough to make such a prediction. But of all the predictions that were made by the other panelists, I hope it is the one made by Professor Narahari, as it will be more beneficial to the society as a whole. Yeah, so I'd like to put my hopes on his prediction.
Okay, very good. So we have only a minute left, and there are many comments in the chat box, not really questions, but more comments on what we have been discussing. So please.
Okay. Well, I'm from the 69 batch. And I worked in industry in Philips and in Meltron, where we have done a lot of work on supplying devices for the defense from Philips Holland, Germany, and other branches, and in producing the first 10,000 line exchange, which was developed by CDOTS. That's my background. Presently I'm working in business analytics. My wish that today the country, all the industries are having one major issue of not getting semiconductors, that is ICs, for their automation. So my suggestion is, on an advisory role, IISc, EC department plus Bharat Electronics should make an advocacy to the government of India to start a collaboration and start a plant of all the three companies TSM, that is Taiwan Semiconductors, Qualcomm, and Intel in the country. Then we will become also an international hub for supplies of ICs. This is an extremely crucial thing for the whole country, and somehow we as an individual and in the private sector cannot communicate with the, so it is an advocacy project which IISc can navigate as the center point. You'll be surprised, Dr. Satyam and people like him were specializing in devices. We are not having a source in the country to buy magnetrons, which is required in every oven in the country. We don't make night vision devices and cadmium mercury telluride, which we were supplying from Philips for the tanks to Bharat Electronics. We don't make watch ICs and we don't make clock ICs. And there are so many other such things. So we should have a joint collaboration with these three companies which I named. Government will have to spend something like 1 lakh crore, and which is extremely important. I suggest this will be a very good collaboration and advocacy project. And maybe some part of this work can be taken up by EC, at least in the form of technical support. We will also be able to give the R&D help to these three companies through EC. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kshirsagar. Good to know you're active even after 50 years of graduating from IISc. Very nice. So hopefully we will have the energy when we are at your time in life. So I think we have come to the close of this session. This is just a beginning. I think we are going to continuously engage with different stalwarts in industry, academia, not just in India, but even globally, to sort of get inputs, critically evaluate them, critically evaluate ourselves, and see what is the best foot forward for us to ensure that when we celebrate the next, maybe after a decade, we will be in a position to be declared as a leader in not just one, but multiple fields. So I'd like to thank all the members of the panel, all the attendees, and it is my honor and to have participated in this inaugural event of the celebrations. So I'd like to thank the chair, Professor Binoy, for giving me this opportunity, and for all my colleagues and students who have contributed to making this event. So kindly ensure that you are safe and healthy so that we can march together towards a glorious future. Thank you very much.
I'm on the video now.
Yes, we can see you. Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over to Professor Binoy for your closing remarks.
Thank you. And on behalf of everyone here, I would like to thank all the panelists and all the attendees for staying through.